Hello there everyone, you're now with me, Shal Shamnato for TVS News at 5. We begin with the headlines. With the availability of vaccines, it is possible for Parliament to reconvene. The general election may also proceed, but with strict standard operating procedures. That is the view of Deputy Chief Minister Tan Sri Dr. James Jumut Masing following the King's recent statement that Parliament may convene during the emergency. Masing said it is a return to democracy, adding that the public must also not forget why the emergency was declared in the first place. However, Masing cautioned that strict standard operating procedures must continue to be observed if Parliament was to convene and general elections were to be held. He added the Election Commission rulings must be strictly enforced during elections in order to prevent the spread and menace of COVID-19. Senior citizens in Sarawak without smartphones or the My Sejahtera mobile app can register for COVID-19 vaccination under their children as dependents. Sarawak Health Department said in a statement, senior citizens can also register themselves at the nearest government's health clinic. For the rural population, they can register themselves at district offices through their community leaders, village leaders, or the Village Security and Development Committee, or JKKK. The Department State Director, Dr. Chin Zin Hing, advised those with My Sejahtera accounts who have registered for vaccination to turn on the push notification function. It will make it easy for the recipient to receive the latest announcements on the vaccination. Dr. Chin said to facilitate the public in obtaining any information on the program, the department has set up a hotline center. The department's hotline can be contacted at 082-47327, 082-473-276, 082-473-304, 082-473-320, 082-473-345 starting today. On to the next update, as 13 journalists from the Federation of Sarawak Journalists Association, or FSJA, will be among the first to join the first phase of Sarawak's vaccination program that will begin this Friday until March 3rd. This followed FSJA's request to the State Disaster Management Committee to consider journalists as part of the frontliners. Its president, Jacqueline Radoy David, said the media plays an important role in disseminating information from the government to the community, especially those in the field. Previously, the first batch of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine has safely arrived in the cargo area of Kuching International Airport on Wednesday. It is understood that media personnel who have not been chosen for vaccination will be included in the second or third phases following recommendations from SDMC earlier. Meanwhile, free COVID-19 vaccinations will be given on a voluntary basis to all eligible Malaysians aged 18 and above in Sarawak. The state-level COVID-19 vaccination program will be run in 3 phases starting February 26 tomorrow. According to a statement by the State Health Department, the first phase of the vaccination program will involve frontliners. This will be followed by the second phase for senior citizens aged 60 years old and above with comorbidities. The third phase will vaccinate all eligible Malaysians. The department director, Dr. Chin Zin Hing, said the first phase will be conducted in a few government healthcare facilities and community halls designated as vaccination centers. The same goes for the second phase, but also includes the private sector's healthcare facilities and other facilities such as senior citizens' institutions. The third phase, however, will be implemented through an outreach process by identifying community halls throughout the state. Dr. Chin said the vaccination would form group protection among the general population in order to enable the economic sector to operate. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back. Continuing with vaccine news, the Ministry of Health said different needles may be used during an injection procedure. This includes the vaccination process, as the needles serve different needs. Yesterday, some parties on social media alleged that Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin might have been given another type of substance. The color of the needles changed from blue to orange during the vaccination process. The Health Ministry in a statement said that when withdrawing fluid from the vial for COVID-19 vaccination, a bigger needle with blue color is needed to ensure smooth extraction. The ministry said that the needle color signifies bore size. The blue one used to aspirate liquid from the vial, while the smaller bore size needle, red or orange, is used for inoculation to ensure less pain and bruises. The ministry stressed that different needles were also required to prevent cross-contamination between patients. In the same development, Sabah today received 16,380 doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine to kickstart the national COVID-19 immunization program in the state, which will be implemented in the near future.
Sabah Local Government and Housing Minister Datuk Masidi Manjun said 4 more batches of the vaccine would be delivered in stages until the 1st of April. He said the second batch of 9,360 doses will be delivered on March 4th, followed by the third batch of 24,550 doses on March 11th, and the fourth batch of 3,510 doses on March 18th. Masidi added that the Sabah State Health Department will determine vaccination process for frontliners under the immunization program. Masidi also said Sabah Chief Minister Datuk Haji Noor was scheduled to officiate the immunization program and received the vaccine on March 4th.
At the same time, small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, have been called on to implement digitalization values and adopt innovation in their businesses in order to remain resilient and competitive. The willingness to innovate should also go along with a solid understanding on how to cultivate the innovation into life. The Malaysia Investment Development Authority said SMEs must be able to think creatively and embrace innovation into their business models. Its second Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Ahmad Khairuddin Abdul Rahim, said this is important in order to drive business growth and staying relevant in current norms. Ahmad Khairuddin said Malaysia's Industry 4WRD policy is an excellent guide as well as the incentives of Industry 4WRD readiness assessment. Its subsequent intervention fund enables domestic companies to assess their capabilities and readiness to adopt Industry 4.0 processes. It also enables them to understand their present capabilities and gaps and prepare feasible plans to move towards effective adoption of Industry 4.0. Ahmad Khairuddin added that other critical enablers are the skilled talent and upskilling programs to drive and sustain Malaysia's economic growth. Hence, the availability of a skilled workforce will support this transition of all economic sectors towards knowledge-intensive activities. Now, according to Bank Negara Malaysia, approximately 40 parties have expressed interest in applying for the digital banking license. The deadline to submit applications for the digital banking license is June 30th this year.
The central bank said it will announce the granting of the licenses in the first quarter of next year. The bank will issue 5 licenses to qualified applicants. Axiata Group Berhad has agreed to partner with a company for its bid for a digital banking license. The telco company will be announcing the details soon. This was revealed by its newly appointed Chief Executive Officer Datuk Muhammad Izzaddin Idris. However, he did not reveal the name of the company.
Wrapping up the news at 5 today, as the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission will regulate the wholesale pricing of the 5G technology standard for broadband cellular network, or 5G.
The Commission also said that this includes the Government of Malaysia Special Purpose Vehicle GOMSPV. Its chairman, Dr. Fadullah Suhaimi Abdul Malik, said they will ensure that equal access is given to all under-licensed telecommunication companies, telcos, to disable monopoly. GOMSPV is a dedicated Special Purpose Vehicle SPV which will oversee the deployment of the 5G infrastructure and network in the country. The provision and management of the 5G infrastructure by the SPV involves an investment of 15 billion ringgit over a period of 10 years. Fatullah also said the SPV would build the 5G network and offer capacity via wholesale.
And that concludes TVS News at 5. Do not forget to tune in to our 11:30 Nightline tonight. Here with me, Shamnator, and I'll see you next time. Take care.